Okay. Is there anything like this stuff with the arpeggios? Like the PIMA one?
Obviously, if you are a lot more relaxed, less fast, the risk can be here. Now, if I want faster, then immediately I'm lower the wrist a little bit.
Nice shoot from this angle.
How many RPM?
I have one example to do that.
Yes. Okay, yeah.
All right, so this is relaxed, right?
Correct. Now, if I want to bring it up a notch. You mean this? This versus this.
You can hear the volume difference too, yeah.
Absolutely. Look what he has in this piece. There's a thing.
So normally, if it's just a normal arpeggio, it would be like, it's a free wrist, right?
Yeah.
But because this is so fast, I need to engage the wrist to lock and use here to do this.
And I can see the rotating movement too, really
A
clearly.
little bit of that.
Yeah.
Which you already speak.
Is there any, kind of like how you mentioned with the bar, is there any amount of like sort of for stability pulling into the contact point? You know what I mean? Like pressing into the top of the guitar just slightly for
You
stability?
can, but that will engage way too much the shoulder, I think.
Okay.
You can do. You can do this. A little lazy, a little bit. And I guess I have a little bit, but if you do more, then it's gonna be unnecessary.
It's like all things, not too much. Can you show this with the PIAM? La la si mi, li li la 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 so fa mi na na.
What?
The aguado. La la si no. La la si da 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 da.
No.
Engaged versus not engaged.
What was that?
La
Oh, my
la si.
So here. So that's engaged, sorry. Then
That's engaged.
oh my god, that I finger.
This is still engaged, right?
Yes. But engagement don't necessarily equate all the time to volume. You can still be engaged and be soft.
It also seems like you're using less of the rotating movement for this arpeggio than you were for that sixth doublet.
No, I can do because it has less time of returning. In the sixth doublet, you have more notes in between.
And also a longer distance.
Longer distance to rotate.
Yeah, because you're on that low E string versus
Whereas here,
being on the top
I have
three
to
the
go
whole
back
time.
immediately.
There's only those strings.
So it's still there, but it's a lot smaller. It's usable, yeah.
It's there.
Because if you try to think of every individual movement, it's too much. Just think this. One thing is fine.
Yeah.
Something like that, doesn't matter. That. It does happen. And the problem in there is always returning the eye finger.
This is the one you use the most out of all three.
Yeah, because it plays twice.
Or you do like the Navajo kind
Yes.
of thing.
Is there a little bit of in arpeggios like this? Is there more time?
This, versus this.
Okay. And is that engaged versus not engaged, or is this something
This is
different?
this is much more relaxed all the time because it's more thumb oriented. You see?
Yeah, yeah.
So here, and what happens is my fingers relax right on top of the string.
Okay.
Now, if I do what I usually will do on the scales, then I need to extend more. Now all of a sudden I need to reach. It's possible though.
I can hear that it's sloppier though, because it's not all lined up correctly. Yeah.
Here it's just it happens as a default versus trying to reach.
Yeah. So, in addition to this rotating movement, or this forward backward is what I'm going to call it for now.
Yeah.
Is there also a little bit of the forearm rotation in arpeggios? It's invisible.
Like for example here, I don't do this. I have a natural tendency to lean a tiny bit. Like I do.
Probably your nail shape is
The nail
causing you
shape,
to do that.
but also the shorter eye finger. See there? Versus this. Then here I have to extend the eye finger more. Here, it falls into a natural arch. Like if I play here, that's stretching it more. You see how my...
Yeah.
Now if I do this, I mean, I need to practice this, mamma mia. More when I have this type of thing, the scale that you lower. Ooh.
So you're saying there's a bit more engagement in the scales than there is in the arpeggios?
Oh yes, absolutely. Because in the scales you have, unless you're doing 3-finger scale or something else, you have much of a repetitive motion of one individual finger. They have to return quickly. Versus if I 3, then the ratio in which it returns is different. Bam, 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 bam. Here, this is high. Now if I do it, see, it's almost double tempo. Yeah?
Yeah.
Now this is my eye finger playing. Now if I play I and M, that's how much faster I need to come back.
Now,
So when I do an arpeggio, that's why this PIMI is harder than PIO. Because you have more room. This is more difficult in other areas, like evenness, so they don't roll over each other. But this one is more difficult on the returning. So the returning on the eye.
and this is why it's so messy, because like the nail shape and the nail angle like all have an impact on what's going to be relaxed for you. So, okay.
It's a double-edged sword. Nail shape and length versus arm position. One will influence the other, and it's knowing what the right balance is to strike.